much. You don't understand. And this book had me Delulu for a minute, so do with that what you will, baby girl. Also, Sawyer just gives quite a fuck, man. I just love a good rugged man, cowboy vibe, like, yo. This is the to-do list slash huh? Look. Oh, she's so beautiful. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Dent in my TBR episode. Y'all know I love to tackle my TBR and bring you guys along in these episodes. I've gotten a few comments about how I organize my TBR, how I stay organized when it comes to my TBR, WTR, anticipated reads and all of that good stuff. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk all things TBR organization while also tackling some audiobooks on my TBR and a physical book that is on the way. If you guys didn't know, I've been obsessed with the Game Changer series and I think I'm finally going to read The Long Game. I'm like nervous to finish the story, but I'm also so excited. So I will be listening to the audiobook and physically reading it because the book is so like that series, the audiobook is amazing, but also the physical book is obviously amazing because it's, you know what I mean? So I thought I would do another Dent in my TBR episode. I'm so excited. Hello, editing Suonnah here. I'm just coming in here to let you know this is a very big chit-chatty vlog. So grab a snack, grab a notepad, and enjoy this Dent in my TBR episode. Love ya. To tackle my TBR. It is the weekend, so things are pretty chill, and I just want to tackle my TBR as I get stuff done. One thing that I love doing is when I'm listening to an audiobook, I like doing something tactile with my hands. So if it's a puzzle, sticker by number, journaling, drawing, all that kind of good stuff, a miniature kit. And then when I'm physically reading, I like reading in my little reading corner. And yeah, I thought I would bring you guys along. Now let's talk TBR. This is the to-do list slash schedule. I'm going to let you guys know what is on my TBR at the moment. I'm going to share how I add books on my TBR, my Notion tour. Basically, I have a reading journal page on my Notion. Notion is kind of like a organizational system where you're able to organize your life digitally. So I'll give you guys a tour of how I stay organized when it comes to all things books, and I'll give you guys a little tour. And then we will tackle the TBR. I have some audiobooks that I want to listen to. I have The Long Game coming in the mail. Do I have all the rest of the books of the Game Changer series? Not yet, but I will eventually get them physically. And then I believe, no, not Common Goal. One of the books in the Game Changer series was on sale, so I ended up getting that. So I'll have 2 out of 6 books in the Game Changer series, and I will slowly but surely get all of them. Heated Rivalry is sold out everywhere, so the moment that that's available, I will be purchasing. But yeah, I kind of rambled a little bit. But basically, I'm going to update you guys on where my TBR is at, how I add books on my TBR, a TBR Notion tour, a reading journal Notion tour, and then we're going to tackle the TBR. So without further ado, let's get into it, baby girl. Hey. Let's talk TBR. What is my TBR at the moment? Currently, the books that I'm reading, I always kind of have 2 books that I'm in the middle of or like working on. So sometimes it's the book I'm currently reading and the book that I want to read next, or sometimes I'm actually reading both books and it depends what I'm reading, kind of like mood reading. So the books that I'm currently working on right now, we have Sawyer by Jessica Peterson. It is book 3 in the Lucky River Ranch series by Jessica Peterson. These are the physical books. So we have book 1, which is Cash. I got the arc of this book, which came out June 2025. The books were already out, but these are like the new covers. So Red Cash. And then book 2 is Wyatt, which I got sent by one of you guys on my Amazon wish list as like kind of like a birthday gift. So we have Wyatt. This one's sprayed edge, which is really good. Then there's book 3, which I hadn't read yet. It's Sawyer, and that's the book that I want to work on. And then there's book 4, which I read recently last month, Duke, which comes out December 2025. And then there's Rider. I kept on saying Riker or Rider. Rider comes out next year, and I don't know if it's the last book in the series or whatnot. So I really wanted to read Sawyer so that I'm like kind of caught up, because I kind of read 1, 2, and 4, and I wanted to go back and read book 3. So that is a book that I'm currently working on. And then I'm also working on There's a Monster in the Woods by Faye Quinn. I saw a cover of book 3 in the series, and it is like an romantic-y paranormal vibe series. And so I decided to start the series. This is book 0.5, so it's like a prequel to the series. I'm enjoying it so far. Basically, it's between a guy that lives in the woods and a monster, and the rest is history. They're both lonely, and so that is what I'm working on. And if I enjoy that book, then I will continue the series. But I at least want to read up until the book that I saw looked good. So there's that. So those are the 2 books that I'm currently working on reading. So we got some romance / romanticy vibes going on. So those are the books that I'm currently reading. Now, let's talk TBR. I didn't know, I always say TBR, but some people don't know what that term means. It means to be read. So this is a list of books that you want to read. Most people, their TBR is physical books that they have that they want to read. Now me, I'm at the point, which this took like 2 years. I'm at the point where I always have a few physical books and then digitally some books that I like. I kind of like different formats of reading. So physical books, ebooks, audiobooks, physical book. So now my TBR is kind of a mixture of physical TBR and digital TBR together, which I've worked really hard, because if you guys didn't know, my TBR used to be 50 plus physically, okay? That whole TBR 2-tier shelf thing used to be full, babes. And I used to have a full shelf dedicated to my TBR. So we worked hard to get where we are. So right now, my TBR is at 5. My goal this year was to keep it under 10, and so far I've done pretty good. The moment that it gets at like 8, 9, I'm like, okay, we got to do a tackle my TBR episode, because it stresses me out when it's over 10 and it's not that fun for me anymore. We've grown. So my TBR is at 5 at the moment. We have the long game, which I have the audiobook, and then I have the physical book coming in the mail. It is book 6 in the Game Changer series. I'm obsessed with the series. It's a hockey romance. I read Heated Rivalry, absolutely ate it up, gave it 5 stars, went back, read Game Changer, Common Goal, Tough Guy, and I'm forgetting the other ones. And now I'm at the last book, which is book 2 of Shane and Ilya's story. I really wanted to read it this month because the TV show is coming out at the end of the month, and I do miss Shane and Ilya. But I also was procrastinating reading that book because it's the last book, and I don't want this series to end. I love it so much. I think at one point I'll probably reread all of them, because top book right there, top book. So the long game is on there. I'm waiting for the physical copy, which will come tomorrow. So I might start the audiobook or just like wait till the physical book comes in the mail. And then we have Just a Taste, which is my November book club book of the month. It is like a holiday chef romance, forced proximity vibe, snowed in. Cannot wait to read that. That is my book club book of the month. If you guys didn't know, I have a book club over on Babel. Then we have By the Horns by Ruby Dixon. Absolutely loved Bull Moon Rising, and that is the second book after this one. The book came out a while ago, and I just kind of forgot about it, and I guess I forgot to add it to my anticipated reads, but I finally put it on my TBR. It is the next book after Bull Moon Rising. I absolutely ate this up. This is like a monster romance, minotaur, forced proximity, trials vibes, adventure vibes, and the book looks like this. We have the front, spine, back. We have this beautiful sprayed edge, and I believe By the Horns, the book is also beautiful. I cannot wait to get it, but like the book is absolutely gorgeous, and this book had me delulu for a minotaur. So do with that what you will, baby girl. We don't discriminate. So we have By the Horns, which is book 2 after that one. Then we have Wolf King. My friend was talking about how good it is, and it's a werewolf romance type vibe. I don't know much about it, but I got it recommended from one of my friends, so I put it on my TBR. And then we have He Sees You When You're Sleeping, which is like a dark romance, holiday romance, We are slowly getting into the holiday season, baby girl, and I'm not mad about it. But I don't think I've read a lot of like dark romance, holiday romance, so I'm kind of excited about that. So my TBR at the moment is a mixture of sports romance, monster romance, and holiday romance, and I'm not mad about it. Right now, all of my TBR I do not have physically except for the long game, which is coming in the mail. So we're going to be doing a lot of audiobook listening. I also really love audiobooks, especially for fantasy books. It just helps me understand more, and low-key helps me visualize and be delulu and just shoved into this world. I also really love to use my Spotify hours. So that is a way that I'm able to, you know, utilize my hours. And yeah, I usually listen to audiobooks on Libro FM, Audible, Spotify, YouTube, and I use the library app for a lot, like the cloud library. I just recently listened to 2 Frida McFadden books, which was The Tenant, which I gave 3.54 stars. It was interesting. I love Frida, okay? Like I just find her newest books don't have me as shocked as like her older books, but I still really enjoyed it. And then I also recently listened to The Intruder, which was very interesting, which I also gave like a 3.5. Lately, I've been stuck in the like 3.5 star vibes ever since I read the Game Changer series. Nothing hits as much as that. So at one point we will also do a video reading until we get some 5-star reads in there. So yeah. So that is my TBR. Now for a few of the questions that I get about my TBR is how do I pick what goes on my TBR? So I have my TBR. Now, before my TBR was just whatever physical books I have, which it still kind of is like that. Book mail that I get goes automatically on my TBR. Any books from my anticipated reads, the moment they release, they also go on my TBR, which I'll get into. Also, my TBR consists of like recommendations that either from you guys, friends, family, people on the internet. I also love watching videos of people recommending books and seeing which ones I like. I've also gotten to the point where I know what type of genres I love, so I'll always look into new releases when it comes to romance, fantasy, graphic novels, dark romance, monster romance, and then murder mystery and thriller. So new books in those genres I tend to add to my TBR. And then also I kind of have like a author backlist of my favorite authors. So when there's new releases by them, I tend to add them on my anticipated reads list. And when they release, I add them to my TBR. So basically it's like a bunch of different lists, anticipated reads or recommendations, new releases, mood reading, going shopping and seeing what's new, what's cool. Then they get added to the master list of TBR. Before I used to have my TBR used to be physical books, and then I had a WTR. So these were books that I just wanted to read that weren't on the TBR. But now my TBR and WTR are smushed together. And yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Also, warning, this video is going to be a lot of chit chatter, answering your questions, talking TBR, and I'm going to be saying the word TBR 10 million times. So yeah, grab a snack. I should have said that in the beginning of the video. Anywho, so yeah, that is that. Now, another frequent question that I get is how do I stay organized when it comes to like my TBR, the books that I receive, and all of that good stuff. And what really helps me is having a reading journal on my Notion. I don't know if you guys want like a full Notion tour, but I use my Notion daily. I absolutely love it. Please sponsor me, Notion. I love you so much. I have a reading journal page where I keep everything books. This helps me with content making and also just keeping on track of the books that I have, the books that I want to read, what I've read, my stats for my videos, and all of that good stuff. So I will do a Notion tour. I will do like a screen record on the screen of the phone version, but basically you can have Notion as an app on your phone, or you can have it as an app on your laptop. So my reading journal, this is how I have it. So it starts off with my 2025 top books. So these are books as the year goes on. Anytime that I have a 5-star or a book that I absolutely love, I put it on my top books list. And this is a list that helps me just kind of see what books I'm enjoying throughout the year. But then also it helps me for the end of the year when I do a video all about my top books to recommend. And then I have like a little bit of like a graph that has like numbers. So we have library book count. So that's the numbers of books I physically have. So I have 1,224 books, which is absolutely insane. So that is all of my books, which I've scanned and added on the website Labib. And you guys see me scanning new books. So anytime I get a new book, I scan it and I add it into a catalog website, which is called Labib. And I have 1,200 books. And then under it, I have my book value. So this is the price of every book added all together. And it comes up to $28,000. But I haven't actually bought all the books for that price. But I keep that price for if ever insurance purposes, like something were to happen, that's how much I would ask for. But I do not spend that much on books. I usually buy on Book Outlet, online, on sale. I've gone and received a lot of books, which I'm so, so grateful. But it's a cool thing to have. These are numbers that are good to have for like shopping purposes, insurance purposes, for content, etc. I also have just cute little bookish images all around. And then I also have series lists. So these are series that I'm in the middle of. There's actually, I'm going to have to add Off the Ice in there because I thought it was over, but she just announced another book. So that book 3 out of 4. So this is a list of series that I'm in the middle of to keep track of when the books come out to finish the series. A lot of them have ended this year, but then there's also new series and other books being released. So I think I need to update that list because I feel like I'm missing a few. Now there's some books that are not series that continue, that are just like standalone. So I did not add them. These are like series where like you kind of have to read the books in order almost. There's a few that aren't like that, like the Off the Ice series. You can read them as standalones, but in my mind, it's a series. So this is a list of series that I'm in the middle of to keep track when the books come out. And a majority of these are going to be ending next year, early next year. But at one point I will be updating that and like going through. Anyways, then below that, I have a graph that has how many books I've read in each month. This is also a really cool thing to either look back on, but also it's good for my monthly wrap-up videos. I'm able to let you guys know my stats. So this is another way for me to keep track of my numbers. And it's just cool to see which months I read more. I still haven't put in how many books I read in October, so I got to do that. But yeah. Then we have my reading goals. Every year I have some reading goals. We're near the end of the year, so I've actually accomplished all of them and some of them even more. But this is my reading goals. I also do a video in like the new year. I usually share like my yearly goals and reading goals. So a lot of these are really just help me keep track for my own reading and my own stuff, but also for content. Then there's some more pictures. Then we have top monthly reads. So this is a little sub area with different pages for each month. And I basically just keep track of like my top reads of each month. This helps me a lot with my monthly wrap-up videos when I talk all things stats. So each month, I'm going to click on January, for example. I just write all of my top reads, and then I put a star beside the books that are 5-star reads. And I do this for every month. It helps me with my wrap-up videos, and it's cool to look back on. And then we go into 2025 reads, which is basically the books that I've read / currently reading. So anytime that I'm reading a book, I put it on there. And then, so there's the title of the book, the progress. So I put either reading, want to read, or finished. And then there's the name of the author and the rating that I give. I think next year I'll do out of 5, but when I did this graph, I did out of 10. But yeah. So that's just where I put what I'm currently reading, and then I tick it off once I'm done and I give it a rating. And that just helps me keep track of the book that I'm currently reading. Then you scroll down and we have my TBR. So this is just a list like I shared. We have 5 books on the TBR. Then I have a list of packages. So I keep track of my Afterlight subscription box, books that I've ordered, books that are getting sent to me to make sure that I have them so I can post about them. Then we have my anticipated reads list. So this list is actually genuinely very important because it helps me with making my TBR. So this is a list of books that are to come out, so anticipated reads. So basically, anytime an author announces the next book that's coming out in, let's say, next year, 2026, I put it on this list. I put the name, the author's name, and the date that it comes out. And this helps me keep track of the books. And also it helps me keep track like further down the line. So like, for example, Tessa Bailey, for example, in the Big Shot series, she just announced the last book in the series, which is coming out in 2026. Obviously she announced it now, but I'm not going to remember. So I added on that anticipated reads list so that when in January it comes out, it'll be there and I'll know that it come out to put on my TBR or to read it. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm putting down? So this is the list of anticipated reads. Anytime I see a post about a new book that's coming out, I add it on there and it helps me keep track of all the books that come out so that I'm able to read them, review them for you guys, make content about it. We are now, when I'm filming this, we are now like mid-November. Now, some of my anticipated reads for November, we have Freeing the Wild by Paisley Hope. It is book 4 in the Wells Ranch series, which comes out November 11th. We have The Marriage Narrative by Claire Kane, which also comes out November 11th. And then we have Scrooged for the Holiday by Kayla Gross. She does amazing plus-size romances. And the audiobook comes out November 24th. Then we have Second Chance Romance by Olivia Dade. She also does amazing plus-size romances, which comes out November 25th. So I am excited for those books to release. The moment that they release, I usually try to listen to the audiobooks or read them, and I add them to my TBR. So that is also a list that I keep track of so that when they release, they get put on the TBR. So there's like many different lists. Some it's just random, like I go book shopping and I like a book and I put it on my TBR, but it can also be most of the books that get added frequently is my anticipated reads list. So yeah, I just keep track. Right now, I have up until August of 2026 on this anticipated reads list. So excited for the books that are coming out. Also, this is really cool. This list also helps me with content because I like to sometimes do videos where I share what books I'm excited for that month. So that list also helps me with that. And you scroll down and it's just my top books of 2024 last year. This is just cool to have and to see what books I liked that year. And yeah, that is my Notion tour. That is my reading journal Notion tour. I love it. It keeps me organized. It keeps me on top of my reading, my books, and it helps me with book content. So this page, I'm always on it every single day. And yeah, that is my Notion tour. So we can check that off. Now you know how I stay organized with my books. I love being organized and on top of things. It makes me feel good and it makes me feel less anxious and stressed because I am an overthinker and I need to have my space just, yes. Let me know if you guys want more book organizational videos like this. I usually tend to not to because it's a lot of chit-chatting, but I got a few comments about it, so I thought I would add it in a Dent in my TBR episode. So yeah, that is my reading journal. That's how I stay organized with my books. When I get a physical book, I just add it to my 2-tier shelf over there, and then I add it to my list. And then depending on the different lists, like my anticipated reads, I add it on my TBR. And yeah, when it comes to picking books, like I just kind of go based off of the genres that I like, the premises and tropes that I like. That's more when like I'm mood reading and I'm feeling like a new book. But usually what goes on my TBR the most is my anticipated reads and recommendations, and that's kind of how I form my TBR. And then book shopping wise, it's the same thing. I usually book shop for my anticipated reads and whatever is new. I kind of just look at the type of authors that I like and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, that is my digital journal. I also have a physical journal that is digital that I made for you guys. If you guys didn't know, link in bio to my Etsy shop. And basically it's a digital one that I've made that is kind of like a physical version of my Notion tour for people that like physically writing, because I do too. So I basically printed out the pages and I have it physically. I haven't updated it in a while, but it has basically the same things that are on my reading journal. I used to have it in a little notebook, and then I got a few comments like, oh my God, you should do a digital one. So I made it and printed it out to help out some people, but also it's fun to look at, and I can't wait for like years and years later when I look back on these. But it just has basically the same things. There's a few things that are a little different that I don't have on my reading journal. Like I keep my cool book purchases, for example, my author backlist, and yeah, just some fun prompts to make it fun for you guys. Let me know if I should do a 2026 one. But yeah, so I also have a physical one, which I have not updated. Yeah, I should probably do that. Maybe we'll do that in this video. But yeah, that is everything. TBR, lists, Notion tour, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I've rambled enough. Now I'm going to continue working on my audiobook. So for today, I hope to listen to Sawyer and There's a Monster in the Woods. And while I listen to the audiobooks, I think I'm going to work on a puzzle and maybe a sticker by number. Haven't done that in a while. I don't have any more miniature kits, which I'm kind of sad because I love doing them, but also like I've done so many. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But today's a pretty chill day. Yeah. So yeah, you're all up to date. I've literally rambled for 30 minutes. So yeah, this video is going to be long. So hopefully you enjoy. That is everything. TBR, lists, all that kind of good stuff for the people that asked, but also just in case you were curious. So I'm going to work on my audiobooks and probably start a puzzle. And then tomorrow the long game comes in physically and I will be reading that. And that's kind of the plan for this weekend. I have a workout class tomorrow. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to go because apparently it's supposed to snow. And I'm like, what? So we'll see about that. But yeah, chill vibes. It's going to be an audiobook weekend until I get the physical copy of the long game. And yeah. So I'm going to listen to my audiobook as I get a few things done on my computer. And I'm going to put away the books that I showed you guys. Don't mind my PJ shorts. We're staying home all day. Good vibes. I'm screaming. Sorry. Also, drinks of the day, we have Crystal Light and the Peach and Ginger President's Choice Sparkling Beverage. And then we have my Cinnamon Toast Crunch Iced Coffee. Good vibes. That's good. Hello guys, it is way later. I did some work, editing, put away the books as I listened to There's a Monster in the Woods. It was a pretty short audiobook. I think it was like 3 hours and something, almost 4 hours. And I listened to audiobooks on 2x speed. So it was like basically like 2 hour long audiobook. I actually liked it. I think I'd give it 3.5 stars. I loved the like woodsy feel and like kind of a coming of age, or at least like more like self-discovery for him. And I liked the connection with the monster, and the smut was pretty good. I'm kind of debating if I want to read the whole series, but I think I'm at least going to read the book that made me interested in the Spooky Boys series. I'm forgetting the title, but I think I'll read that one next at one point. But yeah, enjoyed that. Now I'm currently working on the audiobook of Sawyer by Jessica Peterson. And basically you're following the FMC who divorced her husband a year ago, is trying to get out there, and find herself, but she doesn't necessarily care to be married again or to fall in love, but she just kind of wants to find herself after divorce and have some fun. And I feel like Sawyer is gonna do that for her. So I'm liking that so far. And also Sawyer just gives quite a fuck, man. I just love a good rugged man cowboy ballet. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I think I'm going to now continue working on Sawyer and work on my puzzle. Also gotta eat dinner. Probably gonna eat shrimp pasta. That sounds good to me. It's leftovers. Gotta love it. So the puzzle that I'm going to be working on is the Palm Springs one. It's the last puzzle in this big box. We have now officially done all the puzzles. This one's the last one. It is a beautiful Palm Springs puzzle. I know I'm going to be struggling here because it's like basically all white. But yeah, when it comes to puzzles, I usually do the edges first, and then I kind of group the different colors, do that, and then work my way. And yeah, so I'll probably be working on that. And then after, when I'm done the puzzle, I usually glue it. If you guys didn't see in my last vlog, I ended up finding Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree, and you're able to glue, you can glue your puzzle with Mod Podge. It's cheaper and it's really nice. And now that I know that it works, and it worked perfectly fine, even using my little scraper thing, I'm now, whenever I go to the dollar store, I will be getting a bunch of these, because y'all know I'm in my puzzle era ever since I got my puzzle binder. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to eat lunch and then start the puzzle. We're gonna open this up. Wait, the one thing I do love is, like, when you open it, sometimes some pieces are already done, like so, which is iconic for me. So we got a cute little edge over here already done. We got a few edges. So usually I group the edges together and try to connect them, and then the rest is history. So these type of pieces, I group them all together, try to make the border, and then I group the different colors. So yeah, pretty fun. So I'm gonna do that, but first I gotta eat, because I've been forgetting to eat, which is not a good thing. That's not healthy. So I'm dumping these out, making a pile here, as you can see, and I'm basically gonna put all the edges in a pile. So yeah, I love puzzles. Anyways, I have my little reference image, and oh, let's not miss these pieces. But before I start, I'm going to eat, and I will continue working on the Sawyer audiobook. All right, guys, I have my PCOS tea. It's gonna tip over if I show it. In my Christmas mug, slowly getting into the festive season. This is by Book Babe Designs. And then I have my shrimp spaghetti that I'm gonna warm up. That is my dinner. Basically, the PCOS tea is mint tea and whatever tea you like for different things. I have lemon and ginger, turmeric tea, immunity teas in there, and a bunch of other teas just mixed together. I put it in a big pitcher and drink it daily-ish. So yeah, anyways, I got a package, and I believe it is one of the books in the Game Changer series. This one is the role model book. I think that is book 4 or 5 in the Game Changer series. It was on sale, so I decided to get it because I'm slowly like gonna collect them. But I'm so happy to start collecting the books because y'all know I'm obsessed. So we have role model. Look at it. Oh, I absolutely ate this one up. Basically, you follow this hockey player and the social media star of the Ottawa hockey team in this series. Ottawa. I live in Ottawa. I feel so connected to this series. Like, I love them. So I got role model. I'm so happy. So this is book 1 out of 6. Tomorrow, the long game's supposed to come in. I'll have 2 out of 6. So yeah, I thought I'd share. When I go back upstairs, I will log the book. But I'll put it on the stairs for now. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner and then start the puzzle. Goodbye. Ah! Hello guys, it is the next day and I thought I would update you guys. So last night I did a bunch of the puzzle, like there's only the hardest part left, which is like the background that looks the same. And as I did the puzzle, I was able to up Sawyer. I actually really liked it. Both Sawyer and the FMC are single parents that are trying to find themselves after their past relationship, and there's so much healing and spice and getting to know each other, getting to know the children. The play dates are just adorable, and the way that like they blended together beautifully is just so cute. I actually really enjoyed it and I gave it 4 stars. It was so cute. And now I'm working on Hunt Me, which is the book that in the Spooky Boys series that made me want to read There's a Monster in the Woods. So I actually started that book. So that's kind of where I'm at with the reading. Physical book of The Long Game is supposed to come in today. So whenever that comes in, I will start reading The Long Game, which I am so excited for. As you guys saw yesterday, I got role models. So it's perfect timing to kind of show you guys how I scan my books. So basically I use the website Libib. It's like a cataloging website where you're able to catalog items, more specifically books. And basically I got this scanner on Amazon and I plugged it to my laptop, and then I click add items, scan the book, and then it catalogs all the books. So all the physical books that I have, I scan and log them. Now, I had 2 full bookshelves before I figured out this whole Libib website. So it was very interesting scanning all of my books. But I love having this because I'm able to know all the books that I have, their prices, the information. I feel like it's good for insurance purposes. And it's good to not have doubles because sometimes, you forget if you got a book or not, or which book in the series you have. So sometimes if I'm out and I'm book shopping, I can go quickly on Libib and check out like, which book do I have again, et cetera, et cetera. And it's a really nice way to stay organized. It categorizes it for you, puts it in a graph for like money-wise, and just informations and stuff, which I really love. So this is my home library. Sorry, it's not the best view. This is my home library, which has all the books that I have. Now, I scan the books that have a barcode and I add the price. I usually like this. Now, there are some books that don't have barcodes. Either they're a special edition or they're a really old book. That's when I add it manually. So there's an option to manually enter the book, and that's when I'll go in and write the title and the information myself. But yeah. So on the side here, there's library, add items, add collections. You can put them in different collections and organize it the way that you want. I click add items, and then it goes on this page where you can do it by search. So you search for the book, and in this search for books, that's where I scan the book. But then let's say it doesn't have a barcode, you can also manually enter it or import the CSV, which I don't know what that is. So I'm going to scan the book, role model. So I'm turning on the scanner. And then the book pops up in the search for books, and then the results pop up, and then it's then added to my library. And then I click view and edit item, and I usually like adding the price and any other information that they don't have. But when you scan it, it detects what book, and it kind of gives you all the information you need. And you're able to put how many copies. Let's say you have multiple copies of a book. For example, I click edit and I add the price, the full price. Even though, let's say I thrifted this book, I still put the full price because if ever something were to happen, I would still ask for the full price. So if I have to rebuy the book, I have the money to buy the book, if that makes sense. But yeah, and yeah, so now I have 1,226 books, and life is great. Yeah, so now I can put this book over here on my hockey romance shelf, which is gonna get real full once I have the whole Game Changer series, but I can also put it in Queer Shelf. I could also put that on my Queer Shelf if I wanted to as well, because it is a queer romance. But since I have one book and I'll probably have two later, then I'll figure it out. But yeah, I thought I would let you guys know. This is a very big, like, bookish organizational video. But anyways, I am gonna get ready to go to my workout soon. So I am going to continue doing my audiobook as I eat breakfast. And then I'm going to go to my workout, do a little bit of groceries, come back. Hopefully the long game comes. If not, I'm going to just continue my Hunt Me audiobook until the long game comes in. And I'm also going to continue / finish up the puzzle. It's looking real good. I cannot wait to glue it. Actually, I might pass by the Dollar Tree and get even more Mosh Posh. And maybe even look if there's some more cute puzzles. So yeah, that is the plan for today. Basically, workout, Sunday reset, while also continuing to work on the audiobook and puzzle. So yeah. Hello guys, I am back from my workout class. It was amazing. I got a nice little sweat. And then after I went grocery shopping for dinner, I got myself some pad thai. I always get chicken pad thai with extra chicken, so I'm excited to eat that for dinner, or lunch and dinner. I thought I would do a little bit of a Dollar Tree / grocery haul. At the dollar store, I got my favorite candy. These are the Jell-O gummies. They're just so soft and so good. So I got two. Lately, I have more of a sweet tooth. I've never had one before. Usually, I'm like a salty girly, but I don't know. Things are changing, I guess. And then, where is it? Then I also got at the Dollar Tree, I got two more puzzles that I thought were so cute. These are like cute, like different little streets with beautiful houses. So we got these two. The puzzles themselves are really, really small, but it's such cute puzzles, and they're at Dollar Tree for like $1.25, and they're adorable. So I got these two. Aren't they beautiful? I'm obsessed. I can't wait to do these ones eventually. And then I got the Mosh Posh that I was talking about. I got two more glues for the puzzles, and now I'm stocked up and I don't need to worry about running out of glue. Then I got some avocados, bananas. I got some mangoes. Oh, I miss a good mango. I got some Tostito chips to do like a little chip and dip situation at one point. Got some bread, rye bread. I got these chicken kebabs. I'm a wimp when it comes to spicy, but this one, it is spicy, but like it doesn't stay on your tongue, which I really like. And this is just extra protein when I'm lazy, and I just warm it up on a pan, and it's really good. I got these white chocolate macadamia energy bars because I tend to not really have a lot of appetite. So having a cute little bar for energy and also protein and fiber is good. It was on sale. Usually these are really pricey, but it was on sale, so I grabbed some. I got some salt and then garlic salt. I was running out of both, so got those. I got some creamed coconut and coconut milk. I also got this old-fashioned ham. It was on sale. I don't like ham like this. I like rosemary ham. That's my favorite ham. This is for my mom. She loves this. And it was on sale, so I decided to get it for her. Hopefully she enjoys that. And then I got some eggs. Even though I haven't been on my egg kick, I think it's always a good thing to have in the house. I go through phases where I'm eating eggs every single day and then repulsed by it for months, and then, you know. And then my hyperfixation meal lately is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Don't judge, okay? I literally got it out of like nostalgia, and then I'm obsessed. So, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that is everything that I got. I'm going to put everything away, shower. I cannot wait to shower. I'm a sweaty mess. Sometimes I shower at the gym, but because it's going to be snowing, because it started snowing, I was like, let me just get my shit done and come home quickly. So that's what I did. I'm going to put away the groceries, shower, eat, and then I will continue the puzzle and audiobook. And I'm still waiting for the book to come in the mail. I think it's going to come in a few hours, so that'll be cool. If not, I'll just continue working on my audiobook. So yeah, Let me put these things away. Morning, guys. It is the next day. I finished the Palm Springs puzzle last night, and I just now put it in the puzzle binder. I'm so proud of it. I did it, glued it, and it looks so nice. Oh, this puzzle binder is getting full. I absolutely love puzzle hobby. Don't mind me, still in my PJs. Like I said, I finished the puzzle last night, and I finished the audiobook Hunt Me. 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed it. Love the spice. Love the like sexual tension of like, you're a werewolf. I shouldn't want you. He low-key stalking me, but I also can't stop thinking about him. Type vibe. Absolutely ate it up. And the cover is just beautiful, baby girl. So finished up that audiobook. Then I started the Long Game audiobook. I've never been so obsessed with main characters in my life. I think I'm almost halfway through the book. I'm not quite sure because I was listening to the audiobook. And then later in the day, I received the physical book. So I will be switching to physical book today. But oh my God, I love them so much. The little moments they have, because it's literally killing them to keep it a secret, but they're also scared of shattering their like careers in the same way. But at the same time, I feel like Shane is a little bit more insecure about having the relationship go public than Ilya. I feel like Ilya is so in love with Shane and just wants to be with him and be around him. And Shane is learning Russian, my baby. And then also them hanging out with Hayden's kids and having like a fake marriage, like so cute. And I really, and the double dates with Fabian and, why am I forgetting his name? Fabian and the 2 main characters from Tough Guy. They make a beautiful cameo in this book and they go on a double date. Obviously a little bit secret vibes. Spoiler warning. I'll put it on the screen because I am fully like going in and about the book. I'm absolutely obsessed with all their little moments, and like you really see Ilya struggling with his mental health, depression. His mother suffered with depression. And I love how they show the mental health issues. But I also love that you see Shane be supportive and trying to have that conversation with him of like, it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to talk to someone. So I really liked the mental health representation in the book. Therapy, and also being in a relationship with someone that has mental health issues. And it's just so, and them working on the camp and helping other people. And like, just, oh my God, like literally I was exhausted and I just didn't want to put the book down. Like I'm absolutely obsessed. Okay. I'm not done the book, but I already know it's a 6-star, babes. Okay. I'm obsessed with Shane and Ilya. I cannot wait for the TV show. I'm literally going to get a Crave membership just so I can watch this show. Like, I don't even think there's much things I like on Crave to watch. I used to like Sex Lives of College Girls, but like that show ended. So it's like, I'm really just getting it for Heated Rivalry. But anyways, today the plan is to read The Long Game, which I'm so excited to get back into. What else? Read, work, and then read some more. Yeah, so the goal is to film, edit, read the long game, and then later tonight I have a head MRI. As you guys know, I'm in the middle of a bunch of health stuff. Eventually I'll do a video. But I have a head MRI tonight. So as long as I get my work/reading done before then, and like the MRI is like at like 8:20 p.m. and I'm like, that is so late, but whatever. So yeah, that is the plan for today. I thought I would catch you up and I will show you the physical book once I go upstairs. It is beautiful. I ended up ordering Game Changer. So now I'll have, when that book comes in, I'll have 3 out of 6. I'm slowly getting each book. I don't think I'll get Heated Rivalry for a little while until it is back in stock, but I'm slowly but surely getting the books. And I'm obsessed. That top series right there. Honestly, I might do a short at one point. I'm going to write that down. A video idea that I just got of doing like my top series. So like, for example, Game Changer series, Rebel Blue Ranch series, you know, that could be a nice video. Yeah, also I watched the Percy Jackson trailer. Tell me how like episode 1 apparently is like leaked and there's scenes that are being leaked. I've seen a few, but I'm trying to like avoid them. But Percy Beth is stronger than ever. It's making me very excited. Also, I've been seeing a bunch of like clips of like Stranger Things. Oh, I'm just so excited for December. Like not only for the holiday season, but my TV shows. The TV shows are going to be hitting. I've rambled enough. I'm going to get dressed, work, and continue reading the long game. My daddy. I don't even know what book I'm going to read after, because after reading the books in the Game Changer series, I'm on such a high that reading another book, I'm like, it doesn't hit. There's one other book that I have not read by Rachel Reid. So there's a like holiday hockey, winter romance, Time to Shine, that I read last year, ate it up, loved it. I don't know why after reading that book, I didn't look into more of her books, because then I would have discovered the Game Changer series. But anyways, I ate that book up. Like that's one of my favorite like winter holiday books that I love reading, that I love recommending. And I saw that there's another hockey romance that came out earlier this year. So I added it on my TBR. And yeah, because I love Rachel Reid's writing. So far, I'm almost finishing the Game Changer series. I would have almost basically read all her books that she has out. So I added that other book on my TBR because I absolutely love her. And I love her writing. Anyways, rambled enough. Let me get my shit together and then read. Obsessed. Okay. All right, guys, I'm doing some filming. I have these books to put away, but look. Oh, she's so beautiful. So now I have 2 out of 6 books, and then I have another one coming in the mail. So I'll have half of the books of the series, and I'm just obsessed with them so much. And the long game is like bigger and thicker, and like, yes, because I need more of Shane and Ilya. Okay, I'm obsessed. So yeah, I will be switching to physical book once I'm done working. Since I'm working, I'm going to continue the audiobook, and then we will switch to physical book. And the book that I was talking about is The Shots You Take by Rachel Reid. That is the book that I added to my TBR because I'm absolutely obsessed with Rachel's writing, and she's Canadian, and like we just, yes. Anyways, I'm going to put away. Oh, and this is the Tree holiday hockey romance that I was talking about that I read last year. I ate this book up. I think I gave it like 5 stars. And it's one of my top like wintry holiday books that I like to recommend for like the holiday season, winter season. And I don't know why I didn't look into more of her books, because then I would have discovered the Game Changer series. But you know, everything happens for a reason. But yeah, ate this one up. And now I also added The Shots You Take to my TBR because I need to read more books by her because I love her writing. So yeah, let me put these books away. And then I'm going to continue doing some work while listening to The Long Game and then go from there. So good vibes. I love them so much. You don't understand. He loves this man, bro. I love my baby so much. I'm so obsessed with them. Like my Shani, my Ellie, and my Sheila is my Sheila. Oh, like when they fight, I feel angry. When they're together and they fuck, I feel hot and bothered. And when they're like just together, it makes me you giddy. How can a book make me feel this way? I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with them. Like I'm in love with both of them. Like I love them, and I love them. And like I need a second. Like literally right now, like nothing crazy is happening. It's just they had a fight and it got me anxious. But now they're like talking about it, and Ilya's finally talking about that he's been going to therapy and he's been kind of like, you could see that he's like fighting his feelings of like, he understands why they're a secret. They don't want to ruin their career. And Shane is a little bit more insecure about that. But like at the same time, like there's little steps that they can take to further the relationship. And I just... Anyways, back to reading. Shit. I tap the fuck out. I have finished The Long Game and I'm just 6 stars. The spices, the moment, the yearning for 10 years. They were together for 10 years. On and off, the tension, the yearning, the mental health rep, the records, the fighting, the rivalry, the just everything. This book was absolutely everything that I needed. I'm obsessed with them. This is a top book for me and top series ever. Like I am obsessed with Shane and Ilya. Their engagement, their wedding, the way it was outed, and just everything. 6 stars, 10 stars, amazing. Top books of ever. Like this series / heated rivalry is on my top books ever. Like ever. Okay? Ate this up, every second of it. I did not want this book to end. Shane and Ilya will always have a special place in my heart. Like I love them so much, and I literally cannot wait for the TV show. I need it now. So yeah, I finished the book, and I thought I would end off this Dent in My TBR episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. This one was a very long one, very chatty, but I feel like this is a perfect video to reference to a bunch of the questions like my TBR, how I add stuff on there, how I scan my books, my favorite genres, everything book related, book organization. I feel like I'll be able to reference this video. Stay tuned for more Dent in My TBR episodes. I do not have a lot of physical books on my TBR, so hopefully it's okay if I like show what I'm doing when I'm listening to an audiobook as I try to use up my Spotify hours. And hopefully I can get some more physical books soon. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along this very big long dent in my TBR episode, but I feel like it was needed. I loved this episode, especially because I was able to just yap about everything books. I don't have that many people in person that I can talk about all things books like this without overwhelming them, especially if they're not big readers. So I feel like I'm able to do it with you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. But yeah, I can now add The Long Game as a series that is done, and also add this one with the rest of the books, and I hope to collect the rest of the books. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos you guys want to see on here. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in another one. Love you.